join me in the chat, and I'm gonna pin it. So if you just can copy and you can be a guest. So be my guest. Looking for the link. Copy and this there. Bang. And I'm gonna start it. So should be pinned on top of the chat. Let's say salute. It is chamomile lavender tea with sweetener. From this to this. Just because I can. What else? The chat is open now, so feel free to conversate about anything. Yesterday, I explained it, how powerful you feel when you are fighting for a bigger cause than you are. Let's say, put the my case, I was for my mom. She was pregnant, and someone make her cry. So I went in the street, find the guy, and send him to the hospital. Now that was me fighting someone that I couldn't beat otherwise, but I did it because. And then after that, I got so much respect in my city that nobody want to fight me no more. So that was good. But as David did with Goliath, and he was just a little shepherd, and he was like a giant, but he still killed it because he was doing that for God. So just saying, you can do anything. Oh, my boo must be sleeping right now. Otherwise, she was already in the chat. I made a mess. Just a second. I have another shirt that I want to show you guys too. Because it was hot. And here we are. Made a little mess. You see? Never happened when there's alcohol in it, but I guess I got excited. It was virgin drink. And we went back to the Bible with David and Goliath, what he did. So that happened. All the apostle, come si dice in inglese? Apostoli, the one that were having dinner with Jesus, they all died tragically because they were scared about, die for something. So that said, I was waiting for my boo to come in the chat. I put the link up there, pass, copy, and then I'll ask you a couple questions, and if you want to jump in, jump in. Episodes from the past. Let's say a little bit of history. After I graduated from high school, I studied for becoming a captain on a ship. I took my first job in South America. Was a little city in Ecuador, and I picked up a oil ship there. And the first time I jumped in the ship, I was 45 days without even touching the land again. And I was working side by side with some Indians people, very hard workers. And we were 4 Italian and like 27, 28 Indian people. Me, I was making about a couple thousand a month at the time. It was pretty good money. It was mid early 90s. And the same job I have, just position, deck cadet, there was another guy, Indian, that was making $400 a month. Now, when he was going back to India, he didn't know how to spend all those money because it was so much for him, so much. Because the mama was working for $10 a month. And I already know what I was gonna buy my bike and then a couple things and then go back to another job because at the time it was like 6 months abroad, 2 months at home. It was a pretty good money you can say. And the fact that I was so grateful to make um, 30% of what I was making, 20%, it was like, how is it possible? How is it even legal to do? But you could do contract from all over the world. Now you want to Italian capital is like having an Italian car. It's going to cost you a little bit more, unless it's a Fiat. Um, and that's what I noticed that no everybody was being treated the same. Now, thankfully, when we were in South America, life did not cost that much. Like for example, a haircut was $1. And when remember when I sent and I took my other cadet to cut the hair was in Chile, and the barber or feminine was like, $1. And he was scared that the client was gonna beat him or smack him in the face. So it was like $1. So the guy saw that and say, okay, this is $5, take the change. And he was so happy. So yeah, South America was very cheap at the time. I'm pretty sure it's still like that. Most of South America. And then we came to San Francisco, and I was like, wow, I want to live here. And since then, I can only think about coming to America, and I did it later in life. But um, my real love was doing hair. I was doing that since middle school to all my friends. So I grew up in high school. I was cutting already my regulars, and I was missing that. Thankfully, few weeks before my first job, I met a great guy. I don't know if I can put the picture here, but his name is Diego Della Palma. Was a makeup artist, um, probably the most famous makeup artist in Italy. He have his own beauty line too, and we became good friends. And after a few months on board, I was like, I called Diego. I said, Diego, I can't do this no more. I want to come to Italy and be hairdresser. So he said, don't worry, I have someone for you. So I go back to Italy and he introduced me to Aldo Coppola. And when Aldo Coppola asked me, what can you do? I was like, what do I say to this guy? This guy is like, is a god from hair. Is the main guy in all Europe, probably the world. And I say, nothing. And he loved the answer. He said, nothing perfect. Because now I can teach you. You are like a white page book, like completely virgin. I can put my own writing in it. I don't have to fix the mistakes that other people did for you. And that was pretty good. I'm having a promotion. Okay. You want me to stop you? Put you in timeout for a little bit, okay? Timeout. Um, I'm far from that. Far from that. Okay, I block you. I don't think you can post no more. So when when then I went back to Italy, there was like, how do I do this? I mean, I have saved a few dollars, so I was good for the first few months. But I was always like a carer because when you are on board, you are like a prince, and then there is everybody that work for you. When I'm at home, I'm like a prince because my mom does everything for me. So it was the first time I was by myself in this big city, and I was really scared. Okay, block this one. I blocked someone that was in the chat. I was really scared to just go and find a place, then drive myself to work every day. And then when I was gonna go back to my house, I was like 18 hours train ride to my house. It was not easy. So the first thing I did, I got a paper where you can find houses. Then I was calling numbers. And when I was calling number, I called a house and said, "Do you still have the room available?" Because it was not far from my job. So I was pretty excited about it. When I called, he said, "Yeah, where are you from?" I say, "From Rome." And I'm between Rome and Naples in the middle. And usually in the northern part from Italy, they are not very friendly nowadays or ever with the people from the south. And I say, "I'm from Rome." "Oh no, I don't get anybody that is lower down from Florence down." I say, "Don't you put," and then he asked his wife, he said, "Don't you put on the paper that you don't want Terroni here?" Terroni means like people from the south. I'm like, "My God, where am I?" That was pretty disgusting and sad. So, thank you for subscribing. Salute. So I found this beautiful house next to San Siro. San Siro is a place where there is stadium, but to go to work, it took me about 45 minutes in the morning. I had to take one nice walk to the first underground line, take the metro, that is underground, I don't know what you call it here, subway, take the subway from there, go change subway again in Stazione Garibaldi, that is al centro, in the middle of Milan, and then go from there to my work. When I came to my work the first time, I was like, I was all dressed in white, because the people that do the colors, it is lowest in as a scale. You start in white, you like washing colors and apply hennas and easy color at first. Then you start to do highlights, and then blow drying people, and then you start cutting kids, men, and then women. That's the escalation. So it takes you a few years to do that, and that's the process. So every single step of being a hairdresser. The thing I liked the most about that was the fact that Aldo was very modest because he grew up like us. He grew up doing all the jobs until he was the main guy. So let's say he see some cigarette outside on the floor, he will go out there, pick up the broom, and take it out. So you see him doing, say, "No, Aldo, let me do it," and then you never did it again because you don't want him to do it, and that's how you become who you become in that ambience. Caleb, hi uncle, hi Caleb. I don't know where you from. Come, you are from YouTube. Good. I thought you were on TikTok, but I don't think TikTok comes up here as a chat. I'm telling the story of how I end up here. Then the work started to become fun because I was a guy from the South, no girlfriend. All these models that come there, they're all looking for jobs. So they give us the book from the agency, all the main agency in the world. And then all the book, I go to Aldo. Aldo see the books, and then Aldo want to see the girls. And the girl, the first thing he does, he turn around, lift the thing, and see the attachment to see if they can do updos and stuff. Because if you have bad hairline, then you cannot really do those kind of show. I mean, unless the hair was supposed to be down, so you don't really care about that. You just see if you are pretty enough and your presence, even your attitude, because sometimes you are like Naomi Campbell. She was not very easy to work with. She will throw the brush away if you are too harsh on her, or if she doesn't like you. So not everybody was the same. I remember one time that was fun. We just finished a show for Giorgio Armani. Giorgio Armani was one of our biggest client. They was almost partner in everything because for Armani, only Aldo Coppola do the hair. So we finished the show, and in the back room, the main star passed by, right? So there was Donna Sofia Loren, that passed by, and everybody was like, "Oh, like that." Behind her, it was Demi Moore. Nobody even cared about it. She was so pissed. First of all, she was a little thing compared to Donna Sofia. You know, Donna Sofia is like the main girl in Ben Ben the Crash. Okay, it was like probably the most famous Italian actress ever, and still now she still have the present of um, almost royalty. Even if she come from Napoli, she was not doing that good at first, but then she became who everybody knows. So that's the story of how I went to Milan. Now in Milan, after a few years there, and many show, um, Aldo was opening the first place in Rome, and he told me, Marco, you want to be part of the team to open the place in Rome? I was like, yeah. Next to Gaeta was gonna be beautiful. So and I remember as soon as I arrived in Rome, I take one of the most beautiful places there and to sleep, and I went to buy a Ducati. So the bike 1.5 hour, 1 hour I was at home in Gaeta, so I could go even just to have dinner if I wanted to. That was cool. So we did this for a while, uh, and Mauro, that was the right arm of Aldo Coppola, give me all his clients to follow up in TV. Now, Roma was for TV shows and Milan is for the fashion. So it was pretty good, intense, hard work because I was like, I did the first 2 years without even having one Sunday off. I work all the time. And there was Paola Barale. What a beautiful person, incredible. She just started the show, it's called Buona Domenica. So Sunday morning, I was supposed to be there like at 8 o'clock in the morning and then stay there until like 7 o'clock at night every day. After we all go to eat to a friend of mine, is Daniele La Salandra, El Brillo Parlante, the restaurant that is still in Rome, one of the coolest places you can eat in the middle of Rome. It's called Brillo Parlante, and the building is called Valadier. You still see a bunch of famous people there. And the hotel, actually, telling a little story about this hotel where we were every Sunday night to eat, used to be a convent for nuns, then became a whorehouse, and then became an hotel. So still have all the mirrors on top of the bedroom. But it's fantastic. It's a 5-star hotel, by the way. So So we go there, and there where we did all the birthday party. Valeria Marini used to come there, Iva Zanicchi, Massimo Lopez. I'm talking about all Italian people that were famous at the time. Uh, Paola was very generous. She always take care of us. I was the hairdresser, and then there was a makeup artist that always come with us, and the whole team come. Some dancer. She was married to a dancer at the time, so he have other friends, and it was a very good group. We have fun. What's my favorite Italian dish? is As a dish itself, is almost a classic in Gaeta, spaghetti con le vongole, with this spaghetti with clams. And I like it a little pink sauce, so they put a couple of tomato. Usually you can have a white sauce that is olive oil, garlic, and the cream that come with the water of the pasta, or red. Um, I'm trying to answer some question before. I am not. That's a funny question though. Try to be nice, guys. Come on. And nobody wanna come into the chat. Come on, you have the link there. I show you the link. You see the link there? No, sorry. This one. This is the link, you see? If you paste and copy the link, in your browser, or mm, yeah, you can come, put your name there, you can come in the chat. Just say you can open chat. How should we call it this thing open chat? When I used to do this on Periscope, who remember Periscope? Anybody there is old enough to remember Periscope? Remember on X? What I like about that was the fact that Periscope used to have location on. So on the phone, you can see where they were periscoping from. So you just zoom. Let's say there is a fire in California. You zoom next to the fire, and you see people that were live stream live. But people kind of freak out about that because they say um, the news cannot be filtered. You understand what I'm talking about? Like all those fake news, and was too raw, I think, and they take it off. But I would love to see an application like that again. I wish YouTube does it. That you can live stream with the location on, and you can search not only by topic but the location. So you want to see someone live streaming from Monaco, for example. You zoom into Monaco, there is like 20 people streamer, and you want to see exactly. And we are watching like Formula One, and they are there live streaming like that. You can see from that seat. Can be so good. I used to love that place. So let's say you want to learn more about Grok. Okay, the difference between a Grok and ChatGPT. Okay, so let's see where I am. This is Grok. This is ChatGPT. Grok is 65%. Is a like 15% moved from the center Democratic to the right wing conservative. So it's a center conservative. ChatGPT is a center lefty, so it's socialist. So when you ask a question, you can see that in the answer too. And if you ask you, let's say, yesterday, I say to ChatGPT, do something with my picture that resemble this guy from the past. Oh, I cannot do that. That's not good. Ask the same question to Grok immediately. No problem. It did immediately. So that's something. For example, so if you ask voice wise, you ask ChatGPT, let's try together, okay? I'm going to ask ChatGPT a question that yesterday it was having wrong. I want to see if it does it now. Let's see. Are you there?
Yes, Chanel is here and ready to go. Let's jump right in.
How many are in strawberry?
Just one R in strawberry.
Okay. Let me ask the same question to your better you that is Grok. Let's see. So stuff like that, you cannot really, it's crazy. Grok. Are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
How many are in strawberries?
3.
I mean, this is just simple math. And the difference is like day and night. Can you believe that? Way more transparent. With news, forget about it. Like, unbelievable. Okay, this is another thing I did, right? Remember the night that the president of Venezuela was taken by our brave soldier. So I was online and I was watching this kind of fireworks there. But you can tell it was not really firework, it was like military artillery. So I asked ChatGPT, what's going on there? Nothing, no news. Is it possible that they're taking the president of Venezuela and arresting him? No, there is no official news. While ChatGPT, Grok immediately say, look like they got the president of Venezuela. And that's when I did the switch. I said, you know what? No more ChatGPT. ChatGPT, uh, he just put his blue hair on and his nose pierced. He should be working at Starbucks. That's it. While Grok got the suit on, the briefcase, and is going places. It's going places because you can trust it. And you cannot trust, uh, yeah, blue hair, anti eyes. So that's where I stand. Periscope was great. That's where I first follow you. Oh, Kathy, I remember how fun it was. I used to read books back then. I used to have all these, what was Gollys Lock and Three Bears. It was like, my English is very bad, right? So I pick up this book and I start reading. It's kind of ridiculous, but I should do one time, yeah, just for fun, just for you, Kathy. Grok was created by Elon Musk, so which was also behind ChatGPT. It just said they kick him out and they wake up too much, and so he did say, you know what, that was so fun, right? I don't know how much delay we are, but that was fun. So I was talking about this book, Golden's Lock and the Three Bears, right? And I was making my own jokes back then because I say she was a rich child because she don't care about eating the porridge of the baby bear or mama bear or father bear. She was eating and she was sleeping and she was using the rock chair and she slept in the bed. I mean, who else does that? You know, some rich kid. Anyway, it was very funny. I was telling the story of my life, and I arrived in Rome, where I work on this TV show for many years. But in Italy, there is something that is no good, and that's everywhere like this, where the left is in power. When you make too much money, then you work for the government because you cannot make it. So I was bidding the 10 million a month, 10 million lira. Back then it was about $5,000, for example. But when you beat that, they take over 57% taxes for them. It was like, why do I work? More I work, less I was making in my pay. So I went to my boss and said, listen, if you give me everything like that, more I work, less I make. Is that even fair? I don't think so. So a guy in West Palm Beach, Cosmo and Company, offered me the job for wealth, financial, and mentality. I have the book for you. Just a second, I'm answering a thing first. The book will be 49 Law of Power, 48 Law of Power. That's a good one. Another one, The Art of Seduction. And it's not just to pick up women, because that's also in it, but it's how to present yourself in a room with other people and win the room. So, Art of Seduction, 48 Law of Power, two great books. Where were I? Was I? Yes. So this guy in West Palm Beach offered me the job. I went down there and I was like, oh my God, that's crazy. How beautiful is this place? It was even bigger and better than the one I have in Rome. And I was like, really? Cosmo and Company is a guy from the same little town I was from, Gaeta, which created an amazing place down there. Even people from the Trump family went there at the time. Robert Greene, yes, yes. I'm a big fan of him. Yeah, those two of my favorite books are from him. And if you see my library, is all about that. Even if now I'm reading finally the Bible, because I never read it from start to finish. I always read some of my favorite passage, but this time I'm just reading it all. So maybe that's gonna be my favorite one. Um, West Palm Beach was beautiful. We went there maybe 2 weeks, 3 weeks, and then my friend Ricardo, my best friend, we went to. Let me hide this message first. Um, we went to we went to Los Angeles, which I wanted to see another friend of mine. His name was Victor Alfieri. He's Victor Alfieri, which now I think he's in Italy for a little bit. He used to be in a show called The Bold and the Beautiful. I met him on a TV show. And when I went there, he was not there. He was out doing a movie. So we just enjoyed the city of Los Angeles. And he told me, let's go to Las Vegas for a week. I said, Las Vegas? No, I don't want to go there, gamble. But wait a second. When we came here, it was like, first of all, we came here with the Greyhound. That is a bus that goes from the station there, the airport, to the middle of Las Vegas. When we came to Las Vegas, a friend of him came to pick us up at the casino, the Golden Gate, and she take us home. We rent a car and we start to enjoy Las Vegas like nothing. Oh my God, there is like 24 hours everything. Can you imagine from Italy and then Miami, which is also no 24 hours, and Los Angeles, it's even worse because in Los Angeles, they last shot to Las Vegas is 24 hours everything. So we were like, oh, this is like La La Land. It looked like, the island when the Pinocchio became a donkey. Yeah, it was that one. That's Las Vegas at the time. It changed since then. It's more family oriented now. Back then, forget about. We were jumping from a strip club to another strip club to a club to day club, nightclub. Sometimes we don't go home for 2, 3 days straight, and that was fun. Um, I'll tell you my favorite Bible story after. What happened is that so one day we were at the Bellagio, and I see this little girl going, sorry, little girl, because she was short, but she was actually even older than me. And blonde, beautiful. She was like running on the steps, a little bit upset, and she had broken jeans. And then we were following by mistake because she was parked next to me. And usually she don't park there; she always valet. But she come into this car, start the car, boom, and I was like, "What the fuck? This car is beautiful." It was a Porsche 911, brand new silver. She put the window down. She looked at herself. She put her hair back, and I said, "Who are you?" And she was like, I'm Jennifer. Nice to meet you. I say, you want to come to dance with us? And she say, no, of course no. Just finished to play poker. I lost. I don't want to play. So what? And I was like, we pay for the dance. Don't worry about it. Because like Italian, I always wanted to show off. And she was like, haha, okay, but I have to go home and change. So I just jump in the window. The windows were still both down. I jump in the window, go inside the car. I say, I come with you. So I went with her. And that's a story that she should say. Because she say, I like you. She tell me after that. I said, I thought you were going to be my first one night stand. I was like, oh, so I must be, I was good. That's why I was not just a one night stand. Because a few weeks later, we were married. And a few years later, we have twin boys, Francesco and Giancarlo, which I love them dearly. Used to work at this cafe. It is terrible with bad management. This guy, you used to? Bah, someone in the chat. I have to see it. I cannot even see. Okay, so went here. We married after maybe. Okay, first of all, we married so fast that when we were like, it was at 8, 9 o'clock at night, 10 o'clock. We were at Macaroni Grill. I asked for a cheesecake. The waiter looked at me and said, "Oh, we ran out of cheesecake. I'm sorry." And I'm like, "You want to go have a cheesecake somewhere else, or you want to get married?" And she was like, "Let's get married." I'm like, "Wow." She called. It was not a bluff because I was having the best time ever with her. So, but she called it. So I said, "Okay, let's go." So we went. We get married, right? So it was fast and it was a nighttime. Las Vegas, 24-hour everything. So we did it, and then I went to. And then I went to. I'm telling you the story right now. We went to Italy. And as soon as I told my mom the night, and I said, "Mom, what you did today?" "Nothing. We went to eat the macaroni grill. We got married." "What? You got married?" I say, "Yeah. Why?" I say, "Yeah, but do you want to tell us or something? We could come and stuff." I said, "No, Mama, can you please tell Daddy?" "No, no way. You're gonna have him have a heart attack. No way. You tell him." I said, "Okay, Mom. I'm coming." So I hang up the phone, booked the flight, and a day later, we were in Italy. Now I walk into thing with my luggage. My father all happy. "Hey, Marco, what's up? Hey, who's this girl?" "Oh, she's my wife, Jennifer." He started crying, and I was, "Oh no, what I did?" He was so mad. So I, I kind of fuck up there. Mm. So we did. Uh, we did took my father to Vegas, show him around. There was everything good, and then he became one of Jennifer's biggest fan. He loved there, and Andy was a great grandfather to my kids. He sadly passed away this summer, last summer. So I was in Italy for a long time. Mm, Me and Jennifer, then we stay married for about 12, 14 years. And we became friends. So one day we divorced, and to this day, she's still my best friend. Mm, I love her a lot. I'm pretty sure she loves me too, even if she, she bitch sometimes when I do something stupid, and I do something stupid. And then that's it. The boys are both in different university. One is in Reno, one is in San Diego, and life kept going. Then I met a beautiful Scarlett, and I'm having the best time in the world with her. So that's my girl now. You can see her in the videos on my IG, on my TikToks. That's it. So that was the story. How? Okay, I cut with this program that I'm using. It's called Restream. I cut some clips, but the voice is always fucked up. Like it's a little bit delay. Can anybody in the chat tell me if it's delay or it's nice? And I wonder if the chat stays on the stream. Show on stream. Let me try to see. Oh, that's how it is. Okay. So you can show the chat on stream if you wanted to. Nice. Let's see. Let's show the chat on stream. Let's see how it happen. You see? So the chat is not there. Is delay. Ah, fuck. I don't like that. Because I wonder if it's the software that is delay, or because I use a condensed mic, and that's why. But is it doable, or is like too annoying? Oh, tricks that okay. Now I never heard so any tips or tricks you learned from Jennifer? Everything about my poker was from Jennifer. Okay, what I did is this, right? As when I was a hairdresser, start to brush the floor, broom the floor, and then shampoo and do other stuff that make you like then a good hairdresser. I did the same thing with poker. I was watching her for months and months, years actually, past the last 3 years, 4 years. I don't even play one hand of poker. But after a while watching, it become like a dance, you know? You see the body language of the people on the table start to go in front and holding the card in a certain way. And then I was asking the right questions. And once Daniel, that is Je- Ciao Fats, that is Jennifer's best friend, Daniel Negranio, told me, "No, you always ask the right question. Why don't you try a tournament?" That year was the year I cashed the most at the World Series of Poker, most of everybody. And now I'm like a beginner. That was really my first year. So that's how I started my poker career. But yes, I own everything to Jennifer. And now, believe it or not, my kids are as good as the mom. They're gonna be beasts in poker. Can't wait to see them on the final table with like 20 million on the table, like nothing. They're just gonna play cards and kill everybody, poker wise, of course. So, guys, it was fun. I'm gonna finish my. So, actually, let's see where I am at the story. I was talking about Jennifer, the kids, the divorce. Now we are in around 2012, 2013. Um, and I started working my photography. Nice meeting you, cowgirl. Uh, I started to. Is it kill up? Are you with the guys right now, or you are at home? Caleb is like a son. He's been around my kids since they were in first grade. Yeah, so he knows them a lot. Um, what else? I did photography, and I started working with this company called Getty Images, and I upload my images there. They sell it for me. It's been good. It's been 5 years I'm with them. Who is in Florida? No, I'm in Las Vegas. All right, good, good. Now, Caleb, tell me how delay is the audio? And if you can, screen record it, text me the audio, how delay it is. K dot. Mm-hmm. So, anyway, why don't you put Caleb on the thing? Okay, now I know that you are, because you say kid 73, which 73 is the year I was born. So I know it's you. I'm going to remember that. I should post it. 15 second. Oh, okay. The delay from when I see the text to when I answer the thing. but the delay between my mouth speaking and the audio coming up, is that synchronized? Hopefully it's better because yes, it sucks. It really sucked. And if you want to come live with me, I pin a comment in the thing and anybody can come live. Okay, lag on the audio. Perfect. Thank you. Good, good. Thank you, Caleb. Caleb is the only one that can say Uncle Marco. If even if now there is three more kids that came to our family that are like that, and the one is Dominic, Owen, and who else? Giancarlo's best friend. One of Giancarlo's best friend. Giancarlo's best friend is Caleb for sure. Um, names are so bad. Anyway, guys, it was fun. I have fun. See you tomorrow. And I'm gonna edit some of these clips and post them tomorrow. Bye, Felicia's.